Now I have to yell at you guys because you're all idiots, and you guys were. I got so many. I got more pissy emails and comments and messages in my chat about what I said last stream than anything else I've ever said ever. So let me explain what I said yesterday or last stream on Friday. I said that you can't have a butchery in the United States because 4 companies own all the butcheries. There's like 4 butcheries in the world or in the US that are valid. I was slightly wrong. I will admit I was wrong in the most literal sense. However, the amount of people who believe the exact opposite of what I was saying are also seriously misinformed. I will clarify what I meant to say because I've done research now into it. You are safe to run your own butchery in the United States. A small butchery is completely viable. However, you cannot slaughter an animal in the United States and sell its meat under any circumstances. If you want to eat meat that is not USDA certified as slaughtered, you must buy a whole or half cow, an entire freezer of meat, and not just specific parts. You must buy the half cow and transport it to a butcher that does so you have to like find a farmer who has slaughtered an animal and is going to sell you half of an entire cow. You then must take that half cow and bring it to a butcher. You are then going to ask the butcher to hack up this cow for you. This is called custom meat. And the result of the custom meat that you have just slaughtered will be individually packaged in wrapping that says not for sale. This is the law. If you get custom meat from taking a cow and having it butchered, it will be individually wrapped in packaging that says not for sale, as according to US federal law. You then take your stacks of beef and then you store them in your own fridge. You cannot sell it. You cannot cook with it and sell people the food. It must be fed to your own household. This is the only way to do custom meat, as the USDA describes. Now, lots of people left comments saying, Josh, you're wrong. I have a place down the road that says they don't have USDA certified meat. Don't ever post that on the internet because they are fucking felons. They are doing something illegal. If you are taking an animal and slaughtering it and selling the meat under any circumstances without going through a USDA certified on premises USDA workman overseeing the process, they are committing a fucking crime, and the USDA will fine them for millions of fucking dollars if they find out that that's happening. So don't talk about it. However, and people are still saying I'm wrong in chat. I think that is a meme because you're just seriously misinformed if you don't agree with this. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. There is a bill called the Prime Act in Congress right now by Thomas Massie from Kentucky, and you should literally look this up if you are at all interested in having meat local to you that you can buy and then cook with as you please. It adds one paragraph. I will read this for you because it is very short. The provisions of this title requiring inspection of slaughter of animals and the preparation of the carcasses, parts thereof, meat and food products, and establishments conducting such operations for commerce shall not apply to the slaughtering by any person of animals at custom slaughter facilities, in the preparation of such custom slaughter facility and transportation and commerce, parts thereof, meat and meat food products of such animals, if the slaughtering and preparation carried out at such custom slaughter facility is carried out in accordance with the law of the state, and the animals are so slaughtered, prepared exclusively for distribution to household consumers within the state. All this bill does is make it so that you can slaughter an animal and sell the meat to people within the state, and therefore the USDA oversight would only be required for interstate commerce of meat. So if you are at all interested in making it so that you can buy a steak from a farmer in your state and eat that steak without the meat traveling to a USDA facility and back, you should tell your congressman that you want to support this bill. And I can't do that because Matt Gaetz, my congressman in Florida, has already sponsored this bill, and so has the other guy from Florida. But there you go. Here's a list. It's called the Prime Act. You angry at me? You think, no, there's no way that all the 1,600 remaining slaughterhouses in the U.S., 80% of them are owned by 4 companies, and they have to all be personally seen by a USDA inspector. That's not true. That's not possible. It is possible. It is true. It's reality. Sorry to break it to you, chat, but that's the case. That's the way it is. And if you want to change it, if you want to eat tasty steak straight from farm to table, motherfucker, you got to pass the Prime Act. Butcher's child. No, child. It must go through. Someone actually defended the USDA. This is more disgusting than all the people telling me that I'm wrong. Someone left me a comment saying, Josh, the USDA is important because they protect us from mad cow disease. That's all they do. That's why it looks like they don't do anything when they're at the slaughterhouse, because they're looking for mad cows before they get slaughtered. Motherfucker, do you know why mad cow disease is a thing? You fucking Fed lover. Who in your number one? Who in your family works for the USDA that you haven't cut out of your life for being a Fed piece of shit? I don't care if they work for the USDA. Fuck the USDA. They're as bad as the FBI. If you have a Fed alphabet name, alphabet people, be it gay, LGBT, FDA, USDA, FBI, CIA, fuck all the alphabet people. I don't care if it's federal or sexual identity. I don't like you. But he's telling me it's about mad cow disease, and that's why they do it this way. You would not have mad cow disease if you didn't have these gigantic fucking feedlots that you sell your cows to so that they can fatten them up with ground up prions from other cows, other cow brains in this fucking feedlot for the purposes of the USDA inspection. That's why people sell their cows to these fucking feedlots, so they can sell them to the slaughterers that the USDA inspect, because it's like a bottleneck. If you didn't have that process, you could just take a cow off a lot, cut its fucking head off, and then eat it, and there wouldn't be any issues. So no, don't you dare say the USDA is doing a great service to the American people. Fuck them. I hope they burn in hell. And I'm sick of talking about this, but pass the Prime Act so you motherfuckers can enjoy some. You go to Serbia, you go to Ukraine. You think that there's any of this shit? No. When you eat meat, when you eat goat, nice tasty goat, it comes from the mountains of Serbia, and it's nice tasting goat. Okay. So get good, chat. That's what I'm trying to say.